guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Jessica
and I'm Jennifer,
and today we're sharing with you guys what has worked for us and grown our hair long and thick over the years. So stay tuned.
So guys, we have tried things over the years, trial and error. We've actually even documented it on this YouTube channel for about 4 years now. We've had setbacks, we've had regrowths, and there are certain tips that we've used over the years that have helped us maintain our hair length and health. So we'll be sharing those 10 tips with you of what has helped us. So if you want to know, keep watching.
So the first tip that I'm going to talk to you guys about is something that has worked for us over, I'll say, the past 2 years, and this literally has really allowed our hair to not just grow but to maintain length, because I'll say it's pretty easy to hit shoulder length or maybe mid-back length, but if you want to hit waist length and you actually want to maintain waist length, you actually have to indulge in some practices, which we do our Ayurvedic treatments. Ayurvedic treatments have not only allowed our hair to grow long and thick, but it has helped us to retain length. And one of the practices that has really helped us to retain length is using our Chebe powder. It's an African treatment that is age old. It has been used for years and it grows your hair long, and not only does it grow your hair long, it retains your length. So that has really helped us. We've used Fenugreek, which we love. We've shared how Fenugreek has worked for us. It smells amazing and it helps to grow your hair.
We've actually used amla,
neem powder. We've done videos on this. We use aloe vera, which is great to add moisture to your hair, and it's also known to grow your hair as well.
And also ingredients you can find in your fridge like onion and ginger. We recently filmed an onion oil video, I think a few days ago, so I will link all of these Ayurvedic videos down below. You could binge watch on it. I'll actually create a playlist for them for you to watch, so any of these to try out, because our hair plateaued, and since we started doing the Ayurvedic practices, it has started growing past that certain length. Our hair used to get to a certain length and break off or cut off, but these were the practices that actually allowed our hair to thrive past that. So if you're interested, just watch the videos down below. So the next tip that we have used over the years religiously to get our hair to this certain level is deep conditioning. Guys, it wouldn't be a video like this if I did not mention deep conditioning. This literally is a game changer. It's a holy grail, and I don't think you can avoid it if you want to get your hair healthy. So deep conditioning is something we do every once to twice a week. I would recommend you do it at least once a week. Even if your hair doesn't feel like it needs moisture, just use a deep conditioner on it, because it keeps it strong and it keeps it healthy. A deep conditioner actually restores the pH balance of your hair. It restores strength to your hair, especially if you use a protein deep conditioner. The moisture deep conditioner restores moisture into your hair. It pretty much just allows it to withstand the daily trials or even the daily friction against your hair. It makes your hair healthy and strong. So really all it does is it helps your hair prevent any breakage or split ends, because once your hair is moisturized, it doesn't have that kind of friction that allows it to break easily or suffer from split ends.
So another tip that has really helped us in our hair growth journey up to this point is finding out our hair porosity. Guys, this is key. The more we're able to find our hair porosity, our hair was able to thrive, and we're able to look back and think, no wonder these products weren't working for us. When you don't know your hair porosity, you go around buying products that don't work for your hair, products that just sit on your hair and don't penetrate into your hair. For example, we are low porosity, and for the longest time we're using heavy based moisturizers, cream based moisturizers by brands like Shea Moisture, which we love, and Cantu. We would buy them and they will just sit on our hair rather than penetrate into our hair and moisturize our hair. And we've come to find out that water based moisturizers work for us. And sometimes, I mean, we even just create a mist with water, some aloe vera, some peppermint oil, and we just use that on our hair, and that just works amazing. So I'll say once you find out your hair porosity, you find out what really works for your hair, and this will allow your hair to thrive.
And you save a lot of money too, because you spend so much money on these products and you don't know what works for your hair. You'll be wasting money. So it's really important to find out your hair porosity. So the next thing that has helped us actually retain length and allow our hair to grow over the years is little to no use of toxic ingredients and chemicals. This point is easily overlooked because I feel like almost everybody tries different things with your hair. You might want to dye your hair, and we often relax our hair even though we keep it to the minimum of maybe 2 to 3 times a year. But it's really important to look at the ingredients into what you're putting in your hair. It's really important for you to look at that dye. Some synthetic dyes can actually be harmful. It can even make your skin be irritated, your scalp be irritated. It can break off your hair. Some ingredients like parabens, some ingredients that also even have petroleum tend to block the pores on your scalp and actually stop hair from growing. So it's really important for you to look at the back of each product you get to see, does it contain alcohol, anything that could be drying on my hair or harmful to my hair. This little tip is overlooked, but it's really important for you to pay attention to these things.
Yeah. So the next tip I'm going to talk about that has really allowed our hair to thrive, grow long and healthy is protective styling. This is another tip that is a generic tip, but it is overlooked. Protective styling is key. You have to find ways to protect your hair because your hair is going to be exposed to a range of things, from climate to friction. Even sometimes the sun actually can dye your hair and tint your hair a different color, or you can even get hair damage from the heat from the sun. So you have to find ways to protect your hair, and we've always protected our hair. What we usually tend to do over the weekend, if we know we're staying, we're not going out much, is we do 2 cornrows down with our hair. This is just a way to protect our hair, and sometimes we actually infuse a Chebe oil, or else we're doing 2 cornrow braids. We've shown you guys so many times on our channel how we get that done. It's pretty easy. You could do braids, but always make sure that it's not too tiny braids that are going to actually break your hair or pull your hair out. You could actually put your hair in a bun, but not a tight bun. So we have videos talking about protective hairstyles that are healthy to do to your hair, that don't actually leave your hair breaking at your edges or your nape. So you actually have to find these hairstyles to incorporate into your hair routine.
Yeah, and I would recommend the protective styles at least 1 to 2 times a year. This just gives your hair a bit of a break. You could leave the protective hairstyle in for at least a few weeks. Gives your hair a bit of a break throughout the whole year.
So our next tip that I'm going to talk about is hair growth practices. You know, we've always incorporated hair growth practices into our daily routine. From taking our vitamins, we always make sure to take our biotin. We always make sure to take our collagen. We actually have a video on our vitamins, so we'll link that you guys can watch. But we always make sure to incorporate our vitamins. Another thing we always make sure to do is use our hair growth oil, and we've shared that with you guys. We use it pretty much daily. We massage it into our scalp, especially areas you may feel like you're thinning, maybe around your edges or wherever. Just keep massaging the hair growth oil into your scalp. It really works.
Even just the act of massaging your scalp, that itself is a hair growth practice. There's several videos here on YouTube about massaging your scalp and the benefits of that. Whatever kind of product or mask you have on your hair, just the act of massaging it really stimulates a lot of the follicles to bring out new growth, or just releases the growth that was already there.
Another tip is your exercise and your diet. Guys, don't play with this. This really helps to not only impact your health but also your hair. Whatever you're putting inwards, it shows outwards. And also your intake of water. You have to understand that in order to have your hair moisturized, you actually have to take water into your body to keep your skin and everything moisturized, so everything really reflects in you having healthy and long hair.
Yes. So the next tip is trimming, and this is a tip that I cannot do this video without talking about, because to get to a certain length you have to trim off the dead ends. Trimming is very important for us. We've gone through a journey where we avoided trimming, which only led to like pretty much a big cut. So it's really important, and I would suggest you do this every 2 to 3 months. Some people say every 6 months, but I do believe that you need to do it earlier than that. So I would suggest every 2 to 3 months for you to dust off your ends. Trim off the dead ends, because it only leads to more split ends. And try to just monitor also the shears that you're using. Make sure that they are sharp and they aren't dead shears, because that itself can also lead to split ends. But also try and baby your ends, because this is the part that leads to the new length that you're trying to get to. If you're exposing your ends to a lot of friction and you're not treating it afterwards, you're not moisturizing it, you're not bagging your ends, then you're just only exposing it to more split ends. We'll definitely do a video about bagging your ends very soon.
Yes.
That really helps with the length as well, but I would suggest that you trim your hair as often as possible.
Yeah. So another tip that really has helped us in our hair growth journey up until this point is avoiding heat. And guys, I know it is hard to avoid heat, but I feel like now on YouTube there's so many videos that you can do to do heatless curls, so many videos to get like exactly the same hairstyle that you desire, but just without heat. There's so many things nowadays that you can use to actually get like the style that you want without heat. So it's pretty much easy. And throughout the whole year of the pandemic, guys, I didn't use heat
At all.
I didn't use any straightener, any curler. Like there was no form of heat to my
No
hair.
blow dryer.
And I think my hair got so thick around that point. So I think this really works. Like you actually get used to it after a while. I actually like volume in my hair, even if sometimes my hair is frizzy, it's not as sleek as I would like, but I just like texture in my hair. So I've grown to actually like how it looks. But guys, when you cut off heat, you will not only see your hair grow longer but thicker,
yeah,
and more voluminous, and it will have a very healthy appearance.
Yeah. So the very last tip is pre-pooing your hair on wash days, and this is also another tip that I feel like is really overlooked. Most people don't tend to see it as important, but this is actually really important because as much as you wash your hair, continuously stripping it of all of its oils without that layer of protection of a pre-poo is going to be damaging in the long run. So pre-poo basically is protecting your hair with like a layer of oils before you actually use a shampoo. Shampoos are known to be stripping off your hair's natural oils. Even if you're using a sulfate-free shampoo, it still somewhat strips your hair from oils, just on a very small level. So pre-poo basically is coating your hair with the oils. Sometimes we use honey, most times we use just the oils, but it just gives it that layer of protection before you actually use a shampoo on it.
Yes.
So just this little act that you do every wash day is so much just protects your hair, and it keeps your hair strong. Your hair isn't being easily manipulated by a lot of the ingredients and chemicals in these products.
So guys, these are our 10 tips. This has worked for us over the years. We've been on this channel for 4 years with you guys. We've shared majority of these things in the form of tutorials, in the form of routines. I hope you guys can take something from it, and we need you guys to comment down below which of these tips have you tried, which one is your favorite tip that has really helped you in your hair growth journey. Let us know.
If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please join our family and subscribe down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.